Right now, the Laguna Clara apartment complex in Santa Clara is a series of unassuming two-story buildings nestled amidst lush plants and a meandering lagoon. But the owner wants to transform the 264-unit development on Homestead Road into a modern-looking, four-story 585-unit complex. And the proposal has riled nearby residents, who fear it would make already bad traffic worse and overbuild the area a few blocks west of Kiley Boulevard near the corner of Pomeroy Avenue, which is surrounded by quiet streets lined with single-family homes. 4 stories is too high, said Josephine Yang, who lives in the neighborhood. Yang was one of several dozen residents who attended a community forum Thursday evening to discuss the proposal, put forward by property owner Equity Residential. Equity Residential did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The proposal could add badly needed housing stock to a region where the number of jobs has soared in recent years while the number of homes available has failed to keep pace. But, some fear, it could also displace residents who have lived in the complex for years and cater to young tech workers at the nearby Apple campus instead. The Chicago-based company, which owns or has stake in more than 300 properties across the country, has filed an application with the city but still has a number of hoops to jump through before they can break ground. The proposal would require an amendment to the city's general plan, rezoning the area from medium-density residential to high-density residential, and what's known as an early consideration public hearing is scheduled at a city council meeting later this month where council members can get a sense of the project and indicate whether they might ultimately support it down the line. There's a lot of opportunity for neighbors to be involved in that process, said Mayor Lisa Gilmore, who spent more than an hour fielding questions and concerns from residents at the forum. While Gilmore, who works as a real estate broker when she's not running the city, declined to say how she feels about the proposal personally, she said the council will consider factors like parking, how the plan fits into or doesn't the current neighborhood, traffic and how neighbors feel about the project. The citizens of Santa Clara have a lot of power and if you use it like you are now, I think you'll be successful, Gilmore said. And yet, Gilmore also acknowledged that as more and more workers have flooded the region, the city has faced criticism for failing to add to its housing stock, particularly when it comes to affordable housing. Santa Clara recently passed an affordable housing ordinance requiring residential rental projects to offer 15% of units at an affordable price, but the developer filed an application before the rule took effect August 1 and would not have to meet that standard. We know we need affordable housing, Gilmore said, but it needs to be in the right spot, with consideration for things like access to transportation. Several residents said they are concerned that if the project gets approved, other developers will try to follow suit with high-density apartments catering to young tech workers at the new Apple campus less than 2 miles to the west. Pretty soon we'll be going down a street that looks like a tunnel, one man complained. The fate of the Laguna Clara proposal is unclear, but other developers in the city have been forced to limit projects under pressure from nearby residents. Last year, Prometheus scaled back a plan for townhomes at the former Moonlight Lanes bowling alley on the El Camino Real after backlash from an organized group of neighbors. At Thursday's meeting, not a single resident spoke in favor of the existing proposal for the Laguna Clara complex. Lucero, a first responder who lives nearby and helped organize the meeting, said increased traffic in the city is already making it more difficult to respond to emergencies quickly. I think the development is wrong for this area, he said. Lucero insisted his opposition does not come from a sense of NIMBYism, not in my backyard. He has 2 daughters, he said, who like many other young people cannot afford to buy a home in the area. I don't know what the solution is, Lucero said. But this isn't solving the problem.